Good morning, friends, and welcome back. We are actually entering the end of March. It's crazy. But this month, I am taking the time to discuss with you some of my favorite things. And if you haven't guessed it by now, one of my favorite things is Young Living. I love this company, y'all, so much. So much of what they stand for speaks to my heart. Young Living is a family-owned company. It was founded and started by Gary Young. I've mentioned a little bit about his story, and you should really go and research it yourself. He was an amazing person that God just had his hand on. By all rights, he should have died several times over before he actually did pass away. It was pretty amazing. Anyway, so the company is still owned and operated by his wife, Mary, and his two boys. So it's very much a family company. And not only is it run by a family, but it has a very family atmosphere. So, just it's about taking care of your family, doing what's best for your family, financially providing for your family, whatever. It's all kind of covered in that family thing. In fact, one of Gary's driving thoughts, whatever, was every product was created for a purpose and not for a profit, which is pretty awesome, and definitely, like I said, speaks to my heart. So why am I so in love with Young Living, and why is it such an amazing company? Well, first off, they make amazing products. I talk about these products all the time, guys, and the wonderful things that they have done for me and my family. Anyway, they create awesome products from basically just distilling down what God created, the plants, and then putting them in a bottle and, getting them into your home. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. In fact, quality is huge, and y'all, quality is my language. I used to work in a hospital laboratory where quality was everything. If our results weren't right, that means we couldn't treat our patients properly. So quality was key. I'm married to a quality engineer. He lives and breathes quality. So quality is totally my thing. If it's not high quality, I don't want it. I don't want junk that's going to further harm our health. I don't want junk that's going to fall apart 2 seconds after I purchase it. I want good quality things. And Young Living has something called their seed to seal guarantee, which is amazing. I don't know of any other company that can boast a seed to seal guarantee, because Young Living owns their own farms. So there are corporate farms that Young Living owns. They plant their own plants. They harvest the best seeds. They start those seeds as plants. They are constantly testing. There's no set date when things are set to harvest. They actually do micro testing on the oils before they harvest. And then, when the oils peak out with the constituents they're supposed to have, that is when harvest happens. So it's not like a set date and time. It's totally dependent on when the plants are ready, which means all kinds of awesome things. And let me tell you, if they harvest a batch and they distill it and they find out that those constituents aren't where they're supposed to be, you know what they do? They water the soil with that oil. They will not bottle it. And that speaks volumes to me about their integrity, because they do not want to put their name on something inferior that is not going to do the job that it needs to do. So that's huge. Seed to seal also applies to all of the partner farms that Young Living has, because Young Living way outgrew their corporate farms. But any farm that decides to partner with Young Living and become an official Young Living partner farm has to live up to the same standards, which is pretty awesome, y'all. we have partner farms all over the world, including in Israel, which I was totally stoked about when I found out. Really, really cool that we have a partner farm in Israel. They grow jojoba, which is pretty neat. We have a partner farm in the Philippines. We have a corporate farm in Ecuador. We have corporate farms in the United States. There's a corporate farm in Canada. I mean, it's just amazing. If you want to check out the farms, go to youngliving.com and they have a whole tab on farms, and you can read about each one and what they grow there. And it's really, really an amazing story. So what else do I love about Young Living? The foundation. I adore the Young Living Foundation and what they stand for. So the foundation has 3 main pillars, and I don't remember what they all are, so you're going to have to forgive me. But a big one of the 3 is supporting youth and the generation coming up in education. There are tons of places all over the world where children can barely get an education. And so one of the focuses of the Young Living Foundation is to empower the next generation to better themselves and to better this world through getting an education, which is amazing. And one of the ways they do that is the Young Living Foundation runs a school down in Ecuador. Gary actually started it when he started the farm in Ecuador, and it's a beautiful story. They've had, I think, 100% graduation rate from the academy, and they're at the point now where they're starting scholarships for those who have graduated so that they can go on to college and follow their dreams, which is amazing. Another pillar of the Young Living Foundation is to empower women, especially women who live in poverty, who are perhaps the only source of income for their family. And so what the Young Living Foundation does is they provide grants to these women so that they can start their own business, so that they have a sustainable source of income for their families. And then Young Living finds these businesses and supports them by purchasing products that are either used as monthly promotions or as things members can buy or whatever. I mean, it's just, it's awesome. It is awesome. And then the foundation also partners with lots of other organizations. One of them's Rebuild Nepal. So remember that huge earthquake hit Nepal and really devastated the region. Well, Young Living has been working hard. Well, the Young Living Foundation has been working hard in the area. There was a whole village that got rebuilt. And as soon as it was rebuilt, they just moved on to the next project and the next set of folks that needed help. There's Soul Hope, which is an organization in Africa that their focus is removing jiggers from people's feet because it cripples folks. And so that's what they do is they remove these bugs, these jiggers, from people's feet so that they can walk. And then they get them shoes so that they're less likely to contract jiggers again. The foundation also partners with Hope for Justice, which of all of the partner organizations is my all-time favorite, because Hope for Justice is working to end sex trafficking. They work with those who have been rescued out of sex trafficking through the lighthouses. They work on educating the vulnerable populations who are more likely to be sucked in to that kind of a lifestyle or slavery. Well, let's call it what it is. It's slavery. Anyway, so Hope for Justice is amazing, and I love that Young Living Foundation partners with Hope for Justice to work on ending especially child sex slavery, which is just disgusting. So it's just, that's where my heart is for helping people. And it always has been. And to find a company with that heart also, which is evident in how they run their business. It's evident in the products they make. It's evident in how they give their dollars through the foundation. And it's just, anyway, yes, I really, really do love this company. So I could not let the month of March go without doing a video talking about Young Living, because Young Living is definitely one of my favorite things. All right, guys, if you have any questions, if you want to learn more about Young Living, what they stand for, their Seed to Seal promise, or the Young Living Foundation, please comment below, message me. I would be happy to answer your questions or at least point you in the right direction. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you later. Bye.